I don't know. I don't know. Oops, got sound on somewhere. There it is. This has cargo in it, but it doesn't show up. Amazing, isn't it? Shit doesn't work. Oh no. Oh. Come on. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Star map.
Landing gear up.
Activating now.
Well, let's see if we can miss the belt. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
We're gonna pop out of quantum travel at about what's it gonna be? It's gonna be about 13 million. Give or take 100,000 or so. And hopefully hit the Heron belt. No guarantees. Star Citizen, they keep moving it on me. Last time I mined, it used to be drop out at about 6.5 million kilometers. Took me forever to figure out where they put it. Of course, I haven't done any mining in better than a year. I am not going to do any quantanium just because they don't not set up for it. I have a helix head, and you really shouldn't use a helix. You got to use consumables, and I'm just not back into it. So hopefully we'll find some barrelite or some laranite, something that pays well. But if it doesn't, I really don't care. Pay attention here. Like I say, I'll kill the quantum drive at roughly 13 million. And hopefully it'll put me in the Aaron belt. If not, we'll have to look for it. Star Citizen is not an exact science. It's not any science at all. And hopefully I turned everything on because I have not streamed for a while. Okay, we're getting close here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Quantum travel complete.
Well, we just about missed it. Are we on the beginning of it or the end of it? Not a whole lot behind us, so looks like we're going to go the right direction. Alright. Find something. We got a real thin area here. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I don't want to turn around and go back the other way, so that's what it wants us to do. We're not going to do that. We'll just keep going. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Ba, ba, ba. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Oh, we got a few rocks out here. 3 rocks. Better no rocks. And the regular scanning will not pick up any materials because, hey, it's Star Citizen, everything's broke. Even the mining head will not pick them up. Sometimes it gets aggravating. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Mining mode on.
Ah. Let's turn off Toby. That's a terrible, terrible rock. Terrible rocks. Nope, nothing there I want. Laranite, but there ain't none there. 1%? No, we're not messing with that one. We're not messing with it. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I'd gotta mess with a 1% rock on Laranite. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Just one rock here. Yeah. Tungsten's not all that valuable. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
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 Son of a bitch. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Okay. We didn't drop out in a good place, did we? Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, such is life. Diamonds aren't bad, but it's really not a good percentage. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Ooh, we got a few rocks anyway. Now watch them not pick up. %. Jesus. We're just not having any luck. I'd have to take that one. Hepatite is a pretty high tier, not a great tier, but means we're finding nothing. Say tungsten ain't great, but hepatite pays pretty well. Alright, let's 12%. I might get a decent chunk out of this. Might get a defense truck. Might. Breaking again. Oh, it ain't. Nope. That one's definitely worth breaking.
Extraction mode on.
Don't really want that 20% inert, but yeah. I'm not going to be real picky. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's keep searching. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
One rock. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Luck is not us. Don't look like it's gonna scan. Nope. Star Citizen. See, that's probably actually a good rock, but who knows? It will not scan.
Fracturing mode on.
So it doesn't make any difference. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, it's Star Citizen. Things just don't work. Think by design. They got to keep shoving more ships in the game, so they got to take out shit that works and break everything. Unfortunately. Here's another one I ain't gonna scan. Jesus. Welcome to Star Citizen, where nothing works. Oh.
Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode
Sometimes you can
on.
force it. It ain't gonna. No idea what's in the rock. It's aggravating playing Star Citizen. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Yep, one thing about Star Citizen, it's just a frustrating piece of junk. But hey, you can spend a couple $100 on a JPEG. But they have yet to make anything work. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Too interested in getting money from people than actually making a game. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
It's really quite sad. All this time and still don't have a game. What are you going to have me turn all the way around? Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Yeah, their devs aren't very impressive as far as I'm concerned. I mean, after all this time, they just can't make things work. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
What was that, 4 or 5 asteroids in a row that couldn't be scanned? That showed up but just won't have a scanning? What are you gonna do? Spend more money. That's what Chris Roberts says. You give me another 400 million and I'll fix it. Of course, you'll be dead. Oh, come on. Now, I'm not gonna get any more scans today. Come on. Nothing scanning. Come on. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Mining mode off.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Now see, all of a sudden they're not mineable rocks. See? You gotta love Star Citizen. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, come on. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
And they wonder why they get bad mouth. Now, this has been in the game for what? 5, 6, 7 years and still doesn't work? Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, it's a little ridiculous. Yeah, nothing's going to scan here. I mean, they can make all the excuses they want. The bottom line is it's just shitty development. Shitty code. No fucking excuse. Nothing is showing up. Finally got a reading. Well, aluminum's pretty much worthless. I don't know what to tell them. They keep saying test, test, test. There's nothing to test. It's all broke. It is all broke, people. Not getting any luck at all here. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
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 Whoa. Why the hell do I have 3 diamonds? Oh, come on. All this non-scannable shit. Just out here wasting my damn time over their broken game. Well, there's a good quantanium rock, but I ain't messing with it. I'll just wind up blowing myself up. I just don't not have the proper yeah, I just don't have the proper shit to mess with it. Just wind up dying back. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I didn't come out to mine quantanium, so. The helix just a little bit too powerful for it. I mean, it'll bust it all right, but it'll blow you up, too. Diamond's good. Gold ain't bad. Since we're not getting nothing, we'll go ahead and bust it. I mean, we're not finding nothing today. It's all RNG. I mean, I come out the same exact spot 6 hours from now. It'll be, there's nothing but Laranite out here. It's just it is. Just RNG. Now, what would be nice if we could turn down the intensity of this HUD so it doesn't blind us? But you know what? This is Star Citizen, and it's all about blinding you in Star Citizen because, hey, we're just not very good at this shit. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
I might get a full piece of diamond out of that. 100%er. We shall see. I'll have to pick it up.
Extraction mode on.
50%. Didn't break the way I wanted it to, did it? Nope, did not break the way I wanted it to. Well, I did get a rock with nothing but inert in it, but didn't get a rock with all diamond. No, shit. Don't want it. Maybe this one will break, right?
Fraction mode on.
No guarantee it'll break right. Like I said, it's all about the inert you want to collect. I don't want 50% out of the rock if it's inert.
Extraction mode on.
100%. There it is. Okay, it's not going to scan. Titties and beer. Another 100% diamond. Let me scan this one now. Nope. It's not going to scan. Yep, gotta love Star Citizen. Now these are rocks I've already scanned, but they won't scan again. See, like I say, it is pretty much a frustrating experience to play Star Citizen. See this one? Yeah, there goes the scanner. I mean, it's a shame, but it's just the way Star Citizen is. Just not very well made. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Everybody thinks this is a wonderful game. I don't know what game they're playing. It's not the one I've tried over the years. Whole lot of frustration playing Star Citizen. Because things just don't work. They can claim they got everything in the game they got in it, but what good is it if none of it works half the time? That's the trouble. I am not a Chris Roberts fan, obviously. And it's for a reason that his shit doesn't work. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
no idea what's clicking. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, about around a third of the way full. Sometimes you fill up right away. Sometimes you don't. Scan. Scan.
Accepted. You may now
One rock.
proceed.
That's all we're gonna get out of it. And sometimes you go mining and you know, you get 2 rocks and you're full of good shit. And other times you do like we're doing right here and just keep traveling and get nothing. That's the thing about RNG. And this rock is not going to scan. Nope. Yeah, I got nothing off of it. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
And you'll notice it's quite a bit of rocks that show up scannable, but they're not. And I'm sure that's all in the code. Because one thing Star Citizen has lots of is time sinks. No gameplay, but lots of time sinks. Because Star Citizen thinks time sinks are gameplay. Just to waste your time. Oil well. Come on. Two more that aren't gonna scan. Come on. All right. Oh. You know, that's a hell of a good rock there. Like I say, the odds of me being able to crack it safely are not good. Yeah, they are not good. Lifeline module, but that's not going to save me. And even if I make the first bust, odds are good I can't make the second. just don't have the consumables to be doing this, and I really shouldn't be using this head. Damn it. Fucking mouse move, that didn't help.
https://www.businessinsider.com/metaverse-crypto-land surging investor explains
Oh,
how to
come
pick property
on.
2021-12. UTM_source equals Facebook and UTM_medium equals news_tab.
I'm streaming and you put that in there.
Got me turning on my Quest 2 so I can get a piece of land and then sell it for real money.
Okay.
Better yet, I'm gonna start being a virtual realtor LMAO.
Wow. This piece is just going to be a pain in the ass.
Hello?
Nobody here. This just
Sup
ain't,
Eychimo.
this ain't gonna bust. Just ain't gonna bust. Kill him. This is ridiculous. Okay, this ain't worth my time. Screw that. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, come on. They got so much shit fucked up in here. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, you know, this is ridiculous. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
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 I am not impressed, Sig. You butchered mining. But you put some more shit in the game so it works even less. Jump. Oh,
Jumping.
that's not what I meant. Yeah, you keep adding shit. Keep adding shit so nothing ever works. There you go. People are ridiculous. Break everything. Not smart enough to make anything work. Look at this. Half the shit doesn't scan. I mean, you know what? You people just absolutely suck at game making. I mean, absolutely suck. Look at this. No fucking excuse to be this fucking bad. A goddamn kid out of fucking high school does better job. You people are supposed to be professionals. You are professional idiots. Jesus Christ. You know, it's just disgusting that you people just suck this bad. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
There just are not any redeeming features about your game. There just are none. Everything's broke. It's broke when you release it. It never gets fixed. Except you like to release more ships and charge more money. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, you people are unbelievable. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
I mean, you are absolutely incapable of making anything work. That is just sad. I mean, come on. people need to hire somebody who actually went to college, I think. You know, somebody who actually worked in this industry instead of hiring people and trainees, because obviously nobody knows what they're doing. Jesus. See this whole rock up here? Now I got to find a little bitty spot on it that'll scan. I mean, you people are terrible, terrible design people. Where'd the other rock go? See, it doesn't even show up. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I mean, come on. 10 years. This is what you got for $400 million. 10 years. But hey, they'll sell you another ship that they'll nerf as soon as they sell it. They'll tell you it does one thing and then nerf it as soon as they sell it to everybody, because that's how they operate. Holy shit, 2 asteroids in a row we're gonna scan maybe. Yeah, not worth grabbing. Mining is all about RNG. It's just luck, dice rolls. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Either get lucky or you don't. Like I say, you go out 2 places, go to the same place twice, and one time you'll get rich off of it, the next time you won't find nothing.
Hello, looks
Yep.
troublesome.
Well,
Would you recommend this game?
No. I don't recommend it to anybody. If you got to have a whole lot of patience, because everything's broke all the time. It's not that it's not pretty. Range.
Collecting data.
Whoops, wrong one. But the trouble is, it's everything's broke. I mean, they keep introducing things and nothing ever works. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I mean, I'm out here mining, and half the time the asteroids won't scan. They say it's scannable, but they're not. And then you try to bust rocks, they won't bust. It's a very frustrating game for most people. I mean, it is pretty if you just like to fly around and do absolutely nothing, but if you actually want to do gameplay, no, can't recommend it. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I don't think there's a game loop in this build yet that works, that's not bugged. That includes FBS, bunker missions, bounty missions, they're all bugged. None of them you can hardly get anything to complete because of it.
Oof.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, the White Knights for Star Citizen, they'll claim how great it is, but it's not. So no, I don't recommend anybody actually pay money to play. Now, if everything works, occasionally you can log in and things will work. Occasionally it happens. Now, see, this rock is not going to show up. I won't be able to scan it. This is a mineable rock, but I can't scan it. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Because the scanner doesn't work properly.
Mining mode on.
Now it's going to scan with the mining
Are they
head.
even close to finishing it?
Oh no, we're talking.
Looks better than I remember.
Oh no, we're talking at least 10 years. Yeah, it's nowhere near being close to being finished. I mean, they got one star system, and they want to put everybody on the same server, so they're going to have thousands of people on one server in one star system. Yeah, it's not going to work. I mean, it's taken them all this time, and this one system we're in is not completed. So, yeah, it's going to be 10 years. I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's a long way from being a finished game. I mean, you can have fun on occasion when things work.
Error 404 server not found LOL.
Yeah. I mean, it's, everything's broken half the time, most of the time. You can't, what are you supposed to do? You know what, it's... I broke that a little hard. But see, why it is not scanning this rock. I mean, like I say, it's just the most basic stuff that the game.
Gotta say this mining looks cool though.
It is, if it works, but they add so many ships and stuff that they don't have room on the servers. So now nothing works, and that's what it is. See, they like to sell ships, and they're not cheap, you know. And the trouble is, the more ships they add in here that don't do anything, the less everything else works. Like I say, I don't understand 26%. Like I say, they're just interested in making money. They're not really interested in finishing this game. They're making money by what they're doing, so they're completely happy to screw people, is the way I look at it. Like I say, people say, well, you can play the game for 45 bucks or whatever.
I've always said I'll play once I can earn and keep ships in game.
Well, you can earn ships in game. The trouble is you can't make money doing anything because nothing works. You know? You can earn ships in game, but they're going to get wiped. They're not going to be permanent. As soon as they have a right patch, they wipe everything else.
LOL.
Yeah, so, yeah, but you can earn them, but the trouble is, right now, everything's broke. So earning money is problematic. I mean, it costs you 60, 70 bucks just to buy a basic game package. And you can't do much with a basic game package. You know, you really can't make money at it, so you got to make money in game doing missions that don't work. So how are you supposed to make money when the things in the game to make money don't even work most of the time? Like I say, it's yeah, it's terrible. I'll see, it's not going to scan. I just broke it. Now none of these pieces are going to scan, so I don't know what they are. Oops, there's one scan. Now why that would have scanned way down there, I don't know. Jesus, see? Oh, that's a good piece of nothing.
If this was working properly, is mining good money for your time?
Yes, it is. If it's working. But it hasn't worked for 4 patches. You know, it's that bad. It is good money when it works. The trouble is they just keep screwing everything up. Now see, I just got a bad break on that one. And mining is RNG. I mean, God, this is
Big
just,
if.
yeah.
LOL.
I mean, there are times it works really good, but it hasn't been for many patches ago.
Fracturing mode on. Extinction mode on.
I mean, if it's working properly and you're lucky you find the right rocks, like I say, finding the right rocks is RNG, and I don't know how else they do it. It's not like you never know what you're going to run into. Some rocks are better than others. But with the right materials, you can make, in 20, 30 minutes, you can make a couple 100,000 credits. So yes, it is profitable. The trouble is, they've got it so messed up it never works right anymore. Like I say, if everything works, it really can be fun. But the trouble is they're more interested in making new ships to sell for $200 than they are. See, this won't even scan. Not gonna scan. See? Who knows? Guess I'm done with that rock because there's nothing else I can do with it because I can't scan it no more. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
And to scan these rocks, see, I should not have to use my mining head to find out what's in them. I am using a scanner right now and it should give me all the information. But see, it's broke now and it doesn't work, so you got to do it half-assed. And then both scanners are basically broke. The other one works only 25% of the time, and the main scanner doesn't really work at all. What can you say? Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
See, this scanner, not only will it pick out the rocks at a distance, it's supposed to tell you what's in them. It doesn't, but it's supposed to. And that's been broke for damn near forever. So I have to use the mining head to find out what's in the rocks, and half the time it won't work either. So I have to leave a lot of rocks because I have no idea what's in them and I don't know if they're worth mining or not. And you can't mine them unless you know what's in them because you don't have... see how it's not picking up? This one is not going to scan. Now sometimes if you get real close to it, the scan will start working, but this one's not going to work at all. See this? See that little icon on it? That tells you it's a mineable rock. I can break it and all that stuff, but I can't because I have no idea what's in it. No idea. See? Useless rock. Stuff is broke. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
But it's not outlines in yellow.
No. See, it'll outline in yellow once it scans it, but since it's not scanning it, it's not working. And that's in the game code. That's because they don't know how to program. I'm telling you. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, there are all kinds of bunker missions and shit, and you get them all down to, you got one guy to get, and he'll never spawn for you, so you can't finish the mission. Jump.
Jumping.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Scan. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Like I say, it's not that it could not be fun, but they just have no idea what they're doing. They're just not good at making shit. They're just not good at it. They're really good artists. I will give them credit for that. They are really good artists. But when it comes to coding games, they're terrible. And they've been that way for 10 years now. It's not like this is something new, that they just lost all their people. No, they just have never been any good at it. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
What they need is somebody else to take over the project so it actually gets finished. That's what they need. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
These people appear to only care about milking the money out of it. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, I've given up hope that this game is ever actually going to release. I don't think it will ever release. I don't think it'll ever be anything but a tech demo, which what it is right now. And it's not a very good tech demo. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
But it is pretty. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Wow. I'm not getting anything showing up. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Okay, am I running out of the belt yet? See, where I'm at and where it says the belt is a long way away from each other. See, the belt's out here. The errand belt is what this is called. And see where I'm at? I shouldn't even be in the belt, but I am because they move it. And, yeah, things just aren't right. Things just aren't right. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Lost in space, haha.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
Like I say, it's a gorgeous game. And occasionally you'll get lucky and things will work. But to spend real money on it at this stage of this game, no. Not unless you're awful patient. Range.
Collecting data.
Range.
Collecting data.
Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
So the rock just disappeared, huh? Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
See, it just disappeared. Scan.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
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 Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Mining mode on.
And you can mine on the ground, you can mine on planets, you don't have to be in space. You can actually mine on the ground too. You can actually mine by hand in some of the caves they got. Trouble is, all of them are broke half the time. Let's see, it's not going to. I'm just not having any luck finding good rocks. And I have no idea why there's a diamond on that rock. Because that's usually a hand mineable. A diamond is. What do they want you to do? Get out and hand mine it? I don't know. That's weird. That is weird. Shouldn't be no diamonds in space. Diamonds usually mean it's something you can mine by hand. And I guarantee you, you're not going to get out of your ship and mine that. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Boy, I am just not having any luck. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
No luck here out here. You would think if I'd go far enough, it would eventually, I would get some good RNG, but I haven't been. Such is life. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, I'm not having any luck because you see all these places I'm scanning, I'm only getting one rock. Usually you should get 2 or 3, 4 or 5 rocks at a time, but I am getting nothing but one. And it could be just the servers going bad. Entirely possible. Because yeah, the servers do go bad and they don't reset them like normal games. So they get running pretty bad. 11% diamond, that's just not worth it. So I'm just not having luck here. It could be just a server issue. And that could also be why so many of the rocks are not scanning. Scan.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I mean, it's Star Citizen. That's pretty much all you have to know. Never runs very well. On a good day, it doesn't run well. I'll see, here's some actually...
It's the game within the game.
Yeah. I'll see, these are flashing in now. Now, see, they're disappearing. Yeah. Just, server's probably not in very well good shape. Doesn't help matters. Now see, I should, from this distance, I should be able to scan these rocks. Oh, there's one that finally pulled up. Aluminum, that's worthless. More aluminum. I'm just having all kinds of bad luck. Now, Bexolite's not a bad material. Let me check the other ones out. It's only 11%, not real great percentage-wise, but it's not like I'm getting anything else. Oh, come on, scan. gonna go ahead and bust this one. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get some Vexilite out of it. Like, well, now come on. Now see, it's not scanning up. Come on. Oh, you know what? I just scanned it. It was fine.
Extraction mode on. Extraction mode on.
There it goes. What do we got? Solar winds out here because my ship's dead. Must be solar winds. That's what it is. Come on. Oh, it's just gonna be stubborn. Not really that hard to rock and crack.
Warning.
I mean, morning power what? Trying to kill me? Mm-hmm. Don't want that piece. Don't want that piece. Has to be a good piece in here. Just has to be. No, there doesn't. Jesus. Well, maybe all the corundum or the Vexilite, 15%. That didn't go up much, did it? I think it was 11% to start with. 45%. Okay, that's a good piece. We're gonna go around here and I'm gonna split this one next because that said 45% Vexilite, and that'll be worth some money. Now it's not gonna scan. Son of a bitch. Oh, come on now. Look at this. Now I just scanned it. And now it's not going to scan. There it goes. Arrgh. Well, this will be a good piece no matter. Well, 1,000, yeah, that's pretty good size, seriously. And you can sell this material raw, but you can also have it refined, pay to have it refined, and it makes it worth 2 or 3 times more money, more credits. So it's always better to have it refined. But if you don't want to mess with it, you don't have to.
Extraction mode on.
91% Vexilite. Good piece. A good piece. Not that much, but every little bit helps. %, we'll get some more. Almost full. We are full. How about that?
Fracturing mode on.
Mining mode. Now I can actually carry no more mining. My saddlebags are full. See them 4 saddlebags, 2 on each side? Those are saddlebags. That's where the ore goes. And they are full. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Star map.
Mining mode off.
Activating now.
Now we're going to head back to the refinery. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Excuse me. Range. Range.
Collecting data.
You notice how the crosshairs and stuff are not all in the center of the screen. That's every ship you get, they got something off. They, like I say, they are terrible at stuff. Jump.
Jumping.
I mean, I don't know how they can get it wrong, but they do. Every ship is different. It's in a different spot somewhere where it's not supposed to be. I would think they would have a center, and then the center just goes into everything, but obviously they don't do things that way. I think they just eyeball it with a dartboard. There is no HUD intensity. So it's either too bright half the time, or it's not bright enough so you can't even see it. Star Citizen likes fog. Chris Roberts is a big fan of fog. Everything's in a fog. They have all this good artwork and they hide it behind fog. I don't understand that. Their cloud tech is terrible. They came out with their new cloud tech and they were so proud of it, but boy is it ugly. Yep, worst clouds I've ever seen in a game. I mean, they are really pixelated. They claim they're volumetric, but yeah, I think they're a mess. But you don't play a space game for clouds. So, yeah. Nor do you play it for fog, but he's not giving up his fog. He's not doing it. This particular ship in game, I think, last I checked, was $2.2 million. 2.2 million credits in game. Now, it's not hard to make 2.2 million credits if you have the right ships to do it. But if you're buying into the game for just a starter pack and a Aurora or Mustang, the cheapest ships in game, it's going to take you a long time. Now you can rent ships. Like I don't remember what it costs to rent this ship. You can rent it for 24 hours in the game. I don't know, probably 60,000 credits or something like that. But it takes a bit to add 60,000 credits doing missions when they don't work. Now, if they worked, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, but they do not work most of the time. So you go spend all your time doing these missions and you never get paid for them because something about them's broke all the time. And while this is going on, you're falling downstairs, falling through planets, you're dying a lot. In this game, you die a lot. Not because somebody kills you, not because you run into something, but just because you're walking down the road, next thing you know, you're dead. Ships blow up for no reasons. Range.
Collecting data.
I say there's a lot of things you can die from in this game through no fault of your own and through no fault of anybody else either. I mean, it is PvP, so you can get jumped, but that's not normally why you die. Jump.
Jumping.
Range.
Collecting data.
And this is one of the space stations that does refining. That's what all the things around it are. Is I don't know if they're the refining things, boppers or whatever they are. The station that does refining, and there are a few of them in game. This is the only one. Like I say, the artwork's pretty good, but see this cloud here that we're sitting in the middle of? There are lots of clouds in space in this solar system. Lots of them. And all they do is screw up your visibility. They have events, I call them the fog wars, because when you're in them clouds, you can't see 50 feet, so you can't even see the ships that are attacking you. It's really quite funny, I think. Yes, I call it the fog wars. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Close bubble glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
That's just like an airplane. You got to get landing clearance or you'll get a crime stat.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Couple crime stats, you go to jail, and then you get to play with the jail stuff that doesn't work. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
I have no idea why. See a little thing there, icon on the bottom left. That means telling me if I don't drink water before it reaches 0, I'm going to die of thirst. And you can play with joysticks, HOTAS. You can play with mouse and keyboard. Come on, give me clearance so I can fill it up. mobiGlass.
Open mobiGlass.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yes, you have to put gas in your ship, because it will run out. Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
And I'm lazy, so I use voice attack to do some commands so I don't have to remember all the keyboard commands. And I actually like to run the game in VR, but I can't because they added easy cheat from Epic, and they blocked Warp X. Don't know why, because I don't know how they expect anybody to cheat with Warp X, but hey, you know. That's SIG's way of thinking. Not that they won't fix it, but eventually. I'm gonna store the ship.
What was Warp X?
Warp X is a program that turns VR games into so you can run them in your VR headset. Once you learn how to use it, it works really well. I use it all the time for things that aren't VR games, and I really enjoy it because I'd much rather play in VR than I would on the desktop. Just because makes you feel like you're in there. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about VR. It's not absolutely necessary, of course. But it is fun. I say the artwork's good. I mean, they do good artwork.
So you can't play SC in VR anymore?
Not until I could probably screw around with it and get it to work. I'll wait. They said they would figure out how to get it past easy anti-cheat. So, no, I can't. And I thought, and I could probably get it to do it myself, but I really don't want to mess with it. I could probably get it to Vorpex, tell it to go work around any easy cheat. But I just don't want to mess with it. There are enough people that use Vorpex and Star Citizen, they will fix it. They've already got people bitching, so I figure I don't have to mess with it. But it's completely different in VR than it is playing it on your monitor. And I've got an ultra-wide monitor, but it's not the same as VR in any game. Like I say, their artwork is good, Their actual game stuff, not so much. I mean, you can run, but running through here, 10 to 1, you'll die. These stairs here, if you're running up and down the stairs, you're going to die. It's just amazing how many things. See this idiot blocking the door? They stand on chairs in this game. They're really good. See, here is where I should be able to sell the ore in my prospector without refining it, and you'll notice it does not work. See, select location. The location is the ship, and it should be able to push this button and my prospector will come up, and then it'll come up a buy a sell thing, and I can sell the material that I have collected, the raw ore, but it's broke, so I can't. Not that I care, I'm not going to sell it raw anyway, but you're supposed to have the option to be able to do it. So what we'll do here, we'll take it and refine it. Timer, see, I have some in here already. See this? 1 hour and 48 minutes, but we're going to do another load. See, here's my prospector. And I'm going to set up a work order. And this is what I collected on that trip. And this is the method. There are all kinds of different methods to refine it. Some of it is expensive, but you get better yields. Some of it takes a longer time, but it's cheaper. I'm going to use one that gives me the best yield, and it costs the most, but I figure it's worth it, I'll make it up on what I sell, so. And I'm not in no hurry. I'm not going to, I got a Star Runner, and I'm loading it up, and between the last 2 mining runs, I should be able to fill the ship up and then take it to Lorville and sell all of it. See, it'll take 4 hours to process what I just brought in. It's going to cost me 7,000 credits. But my my full, that ought to put me over 100 FCU total. But my full Mercury Star Runner, once I take it to Lorville, will probably make me about 200,000 credits. So, and about 150,000 of that will be pure profit. I mean, I got to pay, you know, the cost of refining it, but now we'll go up here and see you can run. You can set it, but never run up and down the stairs. That's a no-no. I see people dying on the
Need a
stairs all
hazmat
the
team to
time.
head down to the subdeck. We got a chem spill.
LOL.
Yeah, you see people flopping downstairs all the time. I just, you know, you'd think they learn, but they don't. They complain about it, you know.
Gotta watch out for those chem spills.
Yes, you do. You know, they get you. Come on. Didn't already show up and I missed it.
Management just wanted to make a general announcement to check your valve sizes. We've been noticing leaks in processes.
Well, come on. Whoops, there it is. You notice it comes from the outside. It'll run you down. Yeah, there are a lot of time sinks. Riding elevators, riding trains, riding trams, riding shuttles to get anywhere. Chris Roberts really loves his trains, planes, and automobiles. And I have to admit, the first time you ride it, ride the trains and ride the trams or stuff, it's kind of neat. But after the first time, you get over it. Then it just becomes a time sink. I do have a bar here, right? Okay. Now see, I got to drink, because if I don't drink, it's going to kill me. So to drink, you have to take your helmet off. That's a rule. Now you would think that I'm wearing a flight suit, I should just have a bottle hooked up to it and I can suck on a tube. But you know what? In Star Citizen, they ain't figured that's how the airplane pilots do that. So they gotta have their animation. There's an empty water bottle. Now I'm going to do what all good Star Citizens do. I am going to throw it on the floor. That's what good Star Citizens do, because they ain't got no other place to put it. And you gotta eat too. So I'm going to go ahead and eat. Whoops. I'm going to go eat. That way I won't have to. It won't come up next. I got to eat. But if your water comes up, your food's not.
Gonna go to jail for littering, LOL.
You know what? If that would, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't put that in the game. But they really don't have any place to throw this stuff. Occasionally you'll see a trash can, but you really, well, I guess you could get it anywhere if you really wanted to. But I don't really want to. So, like I say, I'm in a flight suit. Pilots have a sippy tube. You know what I mean? They don't make them pilots fly around for hours in their flight suit and a helmet without water. They don't do that to astronauts. You know what I mean? So why does Chris Roberts think he can do it? All right, that's about all I'm going to do tonight. Like I say, tomorrow when I play, if I play, no guarantee I'll play tomorrow, I'll fill up the Star Runner with the rest of them and take it to Lorville. Huh, something's wrong with the server because I can't open it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it goes. And see, the Star Runner actually has about a half a load in it now, but it doesn't, it's supposed to show up. See, it says cargo. Should show me how much I have already in it, but it doesn't. Because it's broke. And I have a lot of planes and stuff here, not planes, but ships, I guess, that I don't have. They're not mine. I don't know where they keep coming from. But every time I turn around, I have extra ships. And I have no idea why I have extra ships. Now, sometimes if you bought a ship that's not in the game, they will give you a loaner, but I don't have nothing that's not in the game. So I have no idea. But yeah, that's like I say, the game can be fun, and if you can put up with things not working and you just buy a starter package and don't get carried away, you can have fun with it, you know what I mean? And you can probably get your money out of it if you've got $60 in it or whatever it is. I forget what a starter. I think some starter packages are only $45 with an Aurora or a Mustang, I think. And if that's all you spend, you can have fun. But if you're expecting everything to work, that's not going to happen. Like I say, it can be frustrating when you're trying to earn credits to buy ships.
$45 Aurora or Mustang.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's what it costs to get started. If you just limit yourself to that, you can earn you can enjoy your $45. Don't get me wrong. But also prepare to get frustrated when you go to do missions and they don't work. You know, you're trying to do a mission to get some money so you can buy some armor or whatever it may be, or buy a bigger ship.
What ship is better?
The Aurora is probably better now than the Mustang. The Aurora you can do delivery missions. I still don't think you can in a Mustang. It has nowhere to put the delivery boxes. The Mustang's probably the cooler looking of the two. But they basically do the same thing. Now, the best starter ship in the game is probably the Avenger Titan, because it does a little bit of cargo running. It does boxes. It has a bed. Well, both the Aurora and the Mustang do too. But yeah, the best starter ship in the game is probably the Avenger Titan, because it's so versatile. But I think there's $60, $70 in a starter package now, I think. But yeah, that's probably the most versatile ship. And it's a pretty good dogfighter for being a starter ship. It's really, if we're doing bounty missions and stuff, it's pretty good. So, but if you just limit yourself to that and prepare yourself for frustrations when your missions don't work after you complete them, you can have fun. I mean, and occasionally things work, you know what I mean? But if you're serious playing, no, I don't recommend you if you want to be serious about it, because the game won't let you be. It'll keep setting you back. You'll die for no reason, you know what I mean? You'll start getting ahead, and then you'll get set back to zero, and that has tendency to piss people off. You know. And like I say, it's not that making credits hard, but making credits with starter packages is. It takes a long time to build up where you can, you know what I mean? Like I say, that Prospector makes good money, but in-game credits, it costs, I think, $2.2 million credits. And I think it's 60,000 credits just to rent it for a day. Now, for a day, you can make a couple 100,000 credits, but it's going to cost you 60,000 to do it. So, you know, you can make it just, you know, so many things are broke that just don't work as they should. And they don't seem to be interested in fixing them. You know? Some of the... And people will help you, don't get me wrong. People are willing to help people. Or go on missions together so, you know, so somebody can, you know, but it doesn't... Even when you team up with somebody, all it means is both of you aren't going to get paid instead of just one of you. But there is fun to be had, you know, and just don't fall into the Star Citizen spending money shit, you know what I mean? And people do. People have $10,000 or more in this game, you know what I mean? They're nuts as far as I'm concerned. I think they're crazy. For a game that I don't think is ever going to release, you know? Or at least not in my lifetime. So... But it is, you can have fun, you know, and it is pretty and all. But it doesn't run great. Sometimes it runs really bad. Sometimes it runs good. What can you say? Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to call it a night. I'm not even sure what time it is, but I think it's later than I think it is. And we may... I haven't streamed Star Citizen for a while. But,
Have good one.
you too, and it was fun talking to you. Enjoy.
Thanks for the tips.
Hey, no problem. Oh, goodness. Yep, 12:30.